All right. Once in a while, you'll get a client who asks for the sun, the moon, and the stars and a 90% discount. Now, unfortunately, it's not always going to be that easy to spot client requests that need a solid no. That's because they're masquerading as reasonable or easy asks. But those extras pile up, and you won't even notice until you want to fight air when you see their name in your inbox or you're ready to change your number entirely. I have a client who's very close to her coaching clients. They consider her a friend and a confidant, and they come directly to her with their challenges whenever they occur. When we started working together, she basically had no business hours to speak of. And then she was shocked when I pointed out that in addition to all those unbilled hours, she was never off the clock. And she's not someone who's going to ignore the call or the notification. So finally, I helped her see that she had to create and enforce her boundaries or risk erasing herself. Capital S for self. Thankfully, we got her using scheduling and billing software before she was too burned out to continue serving the clients who love her so much. Now, last week, I talked to you about policies to ensure you get paid. But as a solopreneur, you also need policies that protect your peace and quality of life. When you say yes to every client request, especially the ones you don't want to do, you're setting yourself up for resentment, anxiety, and underperformance. Don't let imposter syndrome win. Do not give in to that feeling that you have to over-deliver for the client to get value from working with you. So next time you get a request, here's what I want you to do. Assess your priorities. Is this important enough that you're going to reject other interesting projects in order to make it happen? If not, then the answer should be, unfortunately, I don't have the bandwidth for this project at the moment. Next, assess your abilities. Do you have the right skill set to complete this request, or are you just flattered that they asked you? If you're willing to devote the time to learn quickly, then go for it. If not, go ahead and respond, let me refer you to someone who can help. And finally, assess your willingness. Do you even want to spend time doing this? If the project is something you genuinely do not want to do, your answer needs to be no, no matter how easy other people tell you it is. And I'm looking at you referrals from friends who don't know what you do or how much you charge. All right. So this week, I want you to identify 2 quality of life or mental wellness boundaries in your business that you have or need to enforce and why. And you're going to have to be honest with yourself and others if you want those boundaries to matter. And when you get them set up, communicate those boundaries clearly and often. Don't let them be a surprise to your clients because that's a setup for eroding their trust and respect. And finally, enforce those boundaries or they don't matter. There's no point to a fence if the gate is always open. Be firm and consistent, and that means you're going to have to be very rigid with those new boundaries to begin with. And remember, sometimes you won't even know you actually have a particular boundary until someone bumps into it and makes you mad. So think about this. What would you reclaim if you enforced stricter quality of life boundaries in your business? Now, subscribe for more weekly lessons to help you understand yourself, protect your no, plan with purpose, and systemize your sanity.